Well, we'll just start it off with questions for Ryan. Anybody got anything to fire away?
Can you give us an idea of the timeline of this project and of acquiring Balser and trading Jay and the players' decision making involved in the process?
Yeah, Balser was a player we had identified long ago, back dating to the off season. Um, we had always had a hope of bringing her to Louisville. She's an incredibly experienced striker in this league. She is a competitor and someone that we greatly value. I think things really picked up quickly toward the end of last week. We did have the fortune of talking to all parties involved before anything was finalized. So we talked to both players on both sides, and Seattle did the same before anything was signed. So I think that's an important piece to share. And then obviously we were able to get it across. I think it was Friday. Yeah, I think it was Friday. It's all starting to run together, if I'm quite honest. Sorry.
Ryan, at the end of the day, this is a business of winning games, but the players that have left in the past weekend, Carson and Jalen, how much they meant to this club. Is that something that you think about when making these moves too? I mean, obviously, you have to make these moves if you feel you're a bit strong enough to make a playoff push, but it means them specifically.
Yeah, this is something that we spent a lot of time thinking about and weighing on us personally, Bev and I, and our entire staff. I think it's you can't understate what Jalen and Carson have meant to this community, to the people that they've impacted in this club. Um, we want to take a lot of time to think about and to sharing our appreciation for what Jalen did for Down Syndrome Louisville, for this club, for this city, for this community. And we hope to continue to carry those torches for her. So it does factor in, and it was a very difficult decision, a lot of sleepless nights, and I'm still having sleepless nights again, and that's my life. So it's been a very difficult decision, but we're obviously want to make the playoffs, and that's the most important thing for us is pushing toward a playoff position.
The recent acquisitions that you guys have made, how is that kind of fitting into the vision that you have to make the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean Bethany's a striker. We felt we needed a lethal striker that could score goals for this group. It's something that this club's probably with Kirsten Davis being out for a prolonged period of time probably factored into it a little bit more. I think Angela coming in from the Olympics and with her international experience, she's already been at six major tournaments. At 20 years old, when you think about that, that's unbelievable for Columbia. And obviously, she grew up and played a little bit at Arizona. So we think she's going to be a great addition for us, a 20-year-old to continue to grow and develop across the back line. And then Bethany moving closer to home in Michigan, but also scoring a lot of goals for us.
Are you comfortable with the roster right now, or are there any moves that maybe you're hoping to make?
I think we're always going to try and improve our roster every single window, and the rest hasn't stopped. We're going to continue to try and find opportunities to improve our roster in whatever area we can, because we want to make the playoffs, and we think this group is talented enough to be a playoff team, and we want to continue to push that.
You've got a couple of older players with expiring contracts on defense. Is that kind of the next phase of roster building?
Yes and no. I think we're always going to try and find ways to build our roster, but we do want to take a holistic look and approach to it. It's something we've already started a conversation with many weeks ago, and we'll continue to look at.
Ryan, when you create a cap for the big season, that's a tough considering. How did the rest of the squad that?
Yeah, I think it had its impact. Everyone processes things differently in a locker room and as a staff. We've shared that we wanted the players to have the time to process as they saw fit. They've done that. They've been incredibly competitive training that's been shared with them. So I'm very proud of the group for coming out and continuing to fight. We know we're 10 games left in a season, and we want to make a push. And I'm very proud of the group for stepping up.
You feel like there has to be sort of culture shift, change, mentality, anything like that from a perspective at all?
I don't think you have to, but I think that this is a really good opportunity for our players to all step up. It's a young group, and I'm excited to see what they do.
Anything else? All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Ryan.